And since I was so involved in the strategic plan, I really wanted to take the first 90 days to go out and hear from the campus what they were thinking about what our next big opportunities are, what are our challenges, how they see this, the phase 2 of the strategic plan being implemented, what should be our priorities. And so we'll be going out, we'll be doing a lot of engagement tours. We've already done a couple of them and already learned a great deal. It's, like I said, there's no substitute for being out there and meeting face-to-face with the faculty and the students, to be on the front line, to see what they're thinking and how they're experiencing all these changes. And when you think about it, I mean, this university's been through a lot of change under Chancellor Moloney's leadership, and we spent a half a day last week with certain departments in the College of Health Sciences.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and it was great. We took a tour through the music department. They kicked off a Celebration of Arts series last spring. And we found when they did that, it was a great fundraiser. I can't tell you off the top of my head how much money they raised, but it's somewhere around $50,000 for scholarships to students. But more importantly, it was just a beautiful event to kind of spotlight our music faculty. But going through it, and that's why we went back to see, we found that we needed to make some improvements to the facilities if we're going to showcase our faculty. And we made some of those improvements over the spring, so I went back to see what those, how that was progressing, but also to hear going forward how we could further improve. Students are very excited. They're already sending us some ideas about how, so first of all, of course, I have meeting with all the student groups, and that was something that Chancellor Moloney set in motion when he became chancellor. We meet with the students every month already, and we have monthly meetings with student government leaders, student trustee, and they help us to shape the agenda for the year. So we'll be meeting with them, I think, in a week, and they'll help us to shape what they want to do as part of the first 90 days. But they've been sending in some ideas. And part of the fun of the challenge grants that we started, one of the reasons I started those is, I think we're always amazed at how creative people can get when you just kind of set them loose. Here's the challenge. We have this very ambitious plan to get to 2020. We want to be one of the top public research universities in the country. What does everybody think about how we get there?
Did it start, is it your first week or?
My first week was August 1st.
August 1st, okay.
Yeah. So, but the first week of school has been great. It's been a fast transition. If you think about it, it's just unprecedented for a system like ours. You have a new president, President Moloney being appointed May 1st, which has already been great for the university system. We just had our first trustee meeting today, and he was chairing the Student Affairs Committee, and it was just great to see all the new possibilities for our UMass system and to hear his ambitious goals for us. But you think about that, he was appointed May 1st, and then I am appointed August 1st. That's a lot in transition. We have a new provost because, unfortunately, our provost took ill and won't be returning this fall semester. So we have a new provost, a lot of changes. First of all, I'm very lucky to be following in Marty's footsteps. As you know, he and I worked together for 8 years, working on the transformation along with Patty McCafferty and the members of our executive cabinet, and I think we all talked about, I think one of the great strengths that he had as a leader was building a strong team. So I just want to say I'm really looking forward to remaining part of his new team. And then I think in terms of being the first woman leader, obviously it's a lot of responsibility. It's an honor to have this privilege. But like I said all along, it's in a way it's no surprise. If you look at Marty in his career, he has an absolute strong track record of promoting women and people from diverse backgrounds, something he feels very strongly about. So you look at our leadership team, half of our leadership team are women in our senior cabinet.
And you were originally from?
I'm from Tewksbury.
Tewksbury, okay.
Yeah. Right here from the Merrimack Valley.
And the first in your family to attend college?
Yeah.
So
I have 7 sisters.
Oh, wow.
So it's been quite a cause of celebration. When you ask about being the first female chancellor, certainly it has even greater significance coming from a family like mine.
Mm-hmm. How do you think that background, being from the Merrimack Valley, you know, being the first in your college, in your family to attend college, how do you think that might shape your work here?
I think clearly it's had a great impact on the work that I do. You know, I worked in this area, started as a social worker, and very involved in nonprofit. Like I mentioned to you before, we were so lucky to have Marty come to this university, and obviously I had been here for a long time before he came here, and to watch the transformation that we went through under his leadership was phenomenal, and it just was inspiring and emboldened, I think, this whole campus to embrace this idea that we do have the capacity to become a top public research university. So we've set that goal, and I think that we've set very ambitious goals in our UMass Lowell 2020, and I think the key will be, you know, to stay on that path and to make sure that we that we continue to be bold and to fulfill the vision that we've set for ourselves. And like I said, you know, I think the great thing about Marty is he encouraged everybody to take the steps that we felt we needed to move ahead. So it's not like he had to keep people in a shadow. He wasn't that kind of leader. He encouraged all of us to be out there.